Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be doing a soft glam look. I'm going to be starting off with my brows. I'm using the edge control and a brush to brush up my brows so they can stay in place. After that, I'm going to then use a setting powder to set them in place to make sure that they do not move and to reduce the excess oil. Using the Davy's brow pencil, I'm going to outline the bottom of my brows and then carefully fill them in at any sparse areas. Anytime you're drawing your brows, especially if you have lesser hairs, it is best for you to start with outlining your brows before filling them in. For me, the left hand side of my eyebrows are a bit fuller than the right hand side of my brows, so just make sure when you're drawing your brows, give yourself grace. Your brows are not supposed to be twins but sisters, and if you make any mistakes, it can always be corrected with your concealer. After that, I'm going to be using a Nuban Beauty concealer to clean up the brows using an angled brush. I always use the lighter shade and then use a darker shade at the inner corner. And then I mix the two shades and use it above my brows. Take your time, be careful when you're doing it. I then use a blending brush to just blend out the concealer. I'm doing the same for the second brow, using a darker concealer, shade of concealer at the outer part. I'm mixing the both for the upper layer. Make sure you blend this when you're done. After that, I then go in with my foundation. I mix two shades from Maybelline Beauty. I know that the foundation looks a bit light, but once I blend it in, you're going to see that it's not so light. Makeup is all about blending, so make sure you guys blend, and make sure your beauty blender is damp. If you feel like you need to layer more foundation, layer it. Then going in with my concealer and contour. I always apply the contour behind my hand before applying it on my face with a brush. This helps for a very smooth transition and prevents those harsh contour lines. And if you can see, my hairline is very close to my eyebrows, so it's definitely more easier for me to use this method than to apply the contour directly on the face. So in case you have a concealer that is lighter but you just still want to use it and still, use your money's worth, just tap into your foundation, tap the brush into your foundation and then use it to blend. That is what exactly I am doing. I tapped it into my foundation and then I blended out the concealer. Make sure you blend it properly. For me, I have a very deep eye socket, so it's very important that I blend like my life depends on it. If you don't blend properly, you end up having a whole lot of crease. I also use like whatever is left over on the brush to just tap into my smile lines because I also crease at that area. I then use the beauty blender again to go back just to make sure everything is blended perfectly. I go back to my contour brush and also go around the edges of my face once more to redefine and bring back the color. I then go into my contour stick and contour my nose. I make sure that I blend it into my eyebrow. Make sure you blend it into your eyebrow. It's going to give you that flawless look, like you got a nose job done. And don't also forget the bottom of your nose. You can see me feeling myself a bit, but make sure you blend. I then define my Cupid's bow with the contour and also outline the borders of my lip. This helps for your lip liner to just glide smoothly. And it also gives this shadow effect, making your lip look more defined. I use the concealer and put it on the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. It helps add this highlight effect. You're going to see how it's going to look after I've blended it. It's a game changer. Make sure you blend. If you see me looking towards the other side, it's because I have a mirror on my hand and I had to just make sure everything is perfect. I then use the brush to blend the foundation to my neck area. Using my lipstick, I then use it as my cream blush. Make sure you blend it. I place it at the highest point of my face just to get that lifted sun-kissed look, and I kind of blend it into my eye area a bit. After this, I then set my face. If you've noticed that I haven't applied my setting powder yet, so after this I use the beauty blender to tie everything up again, blend out everything till it's seamless, till there's no crease under my eyes. When I am done with blending everywhere, then I go into my setting powder. As I said before, make sure you blend. If your hand is not pinning you, girl, keep on blending. Using the Sacha buttercup setting powder, I then set my under eyes. Make sure that you blend it into your eye area, like press the powder into your eye area, especially if you're like me that has like a very deep set eyes. I don't always bake, but today I just felt like I needed to because the weather was hot. So yeah. I'm using the setting powder to do like a reverse contour on my nose. Can you guys see how that powder is just melting into my skin? Absolutely so divine. When you want to do the reverse contour on your cheek, make sure that the powder on the beauty blender is not much. Because if the powder is much on the beauty blender, you would have this very harsh line that makes it very unrealistic. Even when you have blended it with a brush, the harsh line will still remain. I'm just setting my smile line area. And using whatever is left on the sponge to just set my face. I then put some setting powder on the bridge of my nose and at the tip of my nose. I then use the Adventure Cream Contour as an eyeshadow base at the outer corners of my eye. Using the City Girl palette, the brown shade, I then use it to outline my crease and the outer corner of my eye. Make sure you blend this into your crease. I then go into the palette to a peachy shade for the inner corner of my eyes. Make sure you place it at the inner corners of your eyes. You can close your eyes while doing this and looking at a mirror. I then go into a black eyeshadow just to define the corners of the eyes to kind of make a cat eye look. Using a blending brush, I then use it to blend the corner of my eyes. Using my finger to pick up a shimmery golden color and then place it at the inner corners of my eye. Using a MAC black eyeliner to define my waterline, it helps give your eyes this kind of pop, and it just makes the whiter part of your eye look brighter. I then use a brown pencil to overline my lips. Before I blend my lips, I smack them together just for it to be blended seamlessly. I then use a brush to further blend it out. Using my brush and a nude lipstick, I just place it in the middle of my lip and then use the brush to blend it out and make sure that, it looks good. I actually do find it easier to use a brush to blend your lipstick because sometimes, especially when you're working with matte lipsticks, it has this cakey feeling when you smack your lips together. So with the brush, you can avoid that breakage. As you can see, my lips are already looking scrumptious, beautiful. Using the Adventure powder palette, I just use it to powder my entire face. As you can see, I am tapping the powder into my skin. Don't tap the powder off, just tap it into your skin. If you're finding it difficult to get into the corners of your face, like the edges of your nose, just pinch the brush. Still using the same powder palette, I'm going to be contouring my cheekbone, my forehead, my nose, and my jawline. I'm just going to be interchanging the brushes so that I can make sure everything just blends together and there's no harsh line. Always ensure that when you are doing your nose contour, you drag the powder into your brows. It helps give you that flawless looking nose contour. Make sure you do not forget the tip of your nose. the tip of your nose is very important. Many times a whole lot of people forget to do the tip of their nose. I then use like whatever is left on the brush to redefine my Cupid's bow. I use another brush to make sure that everything is well blended, there is no harsh lines. Guys, you have to make this look like, it's skin, even though it's not skin. We all know there's makeup, but it has to be as flawless as possible. Going back into the eyeshadow palette to the brown shade, just to add more color to my under eye. I also use the same palette, using the orange shade as my blush. This color is so beautiful for blush. Then I take my setting spray and set my whole face once more. I use the Zaron mascara for my lashes. This is one product that I can vouch for. If you have sensitive eyes, buy this mascara. I promise you, you wouldn't regret it. This is my third time purchasing this particular mascara. That's how good it is. I also use the mascara for my bottom lashes, so you can see how voluminous and elongated my lashes looks, just thanks to this mascara. I use a lipstick to cover up my spots. Using a brown lipstick, it makes it look more natural than when you use a black shade or a black eyeliner to define them. So guys, just take a look at the finished look. We are looking gorgeous. We are looking sun-kissed. We are looking like a star. Period. I'm just feeling myself, showing you guys how the makeup looks. I hope you like, you share, you subscribe, and stay tuned. Bye.